Welcome to Season 2 of Pod Practice, where Mama Bird alumni Quinn Feiner, Mikey Lund, and myself, Alex Atkins, talk about Ultimate from the perspective of players and coaches. We want to engage with you, so please reach out, say hi, ask a question, give some feedback. We look forward to talking with you. To reach out, follow us on Instagram or YouTube at podpractice_pod. Listen on Spotify at Pod Practice, or email us at show@podpracticepod.com. I hope you enjoy this episode.
What's the pup's name?
His name is Atlas.
How's he doing?
Say hello, Atlas.
Is he a German Shepherd?
Maybe an Australian Shepherd mix. He's a rescue. He's doing really good. He's actually very chill.
Do you have his shots yet and stuff?
He has his shots. He's neutered.
Fuck yeah.
Do you know how old he is?
He's like 4 to 6 months, around that range.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's a good boy.
Are you a good dog parent?
I'm the best dog parent, some would say.
Training? You
Took
give
him to-
training?
Yeah, Della took the lead in training, but I've been giving him training sessions every day.
That's good.
Yeah. Took him to Kit today. We're
Nice.
working on cum right now.
Pause.
So
That's
that's very mature of you, Quinn.
yeah.
Well, that's
I hope
when
Go ahead.
Plow loves training his dog Cody, but when he's training his dog, he always after Cody does something good, after he responds to a command, he always says good, whatever it was, and he always says good come.
I know.
And
There's
it's
no
just-
good way to
it
explain how.
fucking kills me every
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
There's no good way to say that you're working on coming.
Yeah, no, you can't.
No, thank you. Very good.
All
You didn't come in the camera. All right. Yeah.
Have you ever heard, I guess there's a bunch of come and goes in town, aren't there?
Oh yeah.
In Minnesota, there was a gas station called Pump and Munch.
Pumpin' Munch.
I think in Fort Collins, isn't there a weird, what is it, the jug?
Loaf and jug. Loaf and jug. I actually know a lot about, well, I don't, but Devin knows so much about gas stations because she works on Red Bull's 7-Eleven account. So I think my favorite is Stinker.
Stinker.
I don't know what region. We might have some stinkers here, but I don't know what region stinkers are. It's got the skunk on it.
I learned that 7-Eleven is very global when I was overseas.
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere. Also, the Red Bull, I saw, I don't know if I sent you a photo, but little glass bottles, tiny little glass bottles of Red Bull.
Really?
Yeah.
We should get those. Refill them.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah,
I definitely took a photo. I'll send it to you.
At this point, we really should be getting a Red Bull sponsorship.
Actually, she was gonna have someone come out for a summit game, and they said they would do it, and we had fucking Monster instead.
Oh.
What do you mean we had Monster?
We had that game. That was the game that they had the Monster truck out with the Monster recharged or.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, recharge! I remember.
Well, we can't have Red Bull if Monster's already there.
Well,
That's
then
what's
give us a
wrong with
better deal.
it. There's no deal. What does Red Bull have to gain from coming to a fucking summit game? Nothing.
You never know.
We could be the Colorado Red Bulls.
Yeah.
That would be sick. The New
That
York
would
Red Bulls.
be so sick.
You didn't
Okay,
like it.
I have plenty of thoughts on the disc.
Yeah, let's
Well, okay,
let's
all
do
right,
this.
I'm going in. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Let's.
First of all, everyone,
go ahead.
I just think people are rightfully so. They're new disc, scary, change, freaking out. It's basically the same. It's a disc. It's 175 grams. Mikey's holding it. Looks the same. So it's the same. It flies very similar. I was throwing one today. I don't while I'm throwing it, I don't even think about a difference. Maybe if I was really focused on trying to think about something.
No way.
I just don't see the difference in it.
Yeah, I agree.
And the other thing is, when you throw an Ultrastar, like an Ultrastar from 5 years ago compared to the new molds that they've been making, like they're vastly different. So it's not like when you're throwing an
Agreed.
Ultrastar, you're throwing the same disc and it's flying the same. Like
Right. We have discs in our bag from 2002 to
Right.
2007.
In my opinion, it like the AUDL discs that we used last year, like the ones with the full stamp on the top, are different from all of like we just talked about, different from the ones in the past. And I feel that the
this
Aria,
is a stamp, right? This Bravo.
Yeah,
one?
exactly. Yeah, like that big stamp makes a difference. In like I don't know if it's because it's a different shape or whatever, but that disc with the stamp feels very, very similar to me as the Aria feels. If you're throwing with like one of those older ones, I think you can tell the difference. But if you're using one with the stamp versus the Aria, it's
like
the same.
The new ones with the stamp, I don't know if the stamp itself is like heavier or like the act of stamping it kind of pushes the disc down. Because like the flatter the disc is, the more I don't know how else to describe it other than in like disc golf terms, but the flatter the disc is, like the more stable it is. And so those like flat ones that the new ones out are super stable. Like, so they'll hold their, IO edge. They won't flip over to OI as easy.
And I think that's true for the Aria.
I agree.
Like, if we're nitpicking it, it's slightly more overstable.
Well, but it's also because they're new. Like, but I don't know if they beat. I don't know if they'll. But I like the plastic of them.
The plastic feels different.
Yeah, I like the blend, like gummy.
It's got a something.
It's gummy.
I think it's a little harder too. Like it's just a little more.
I do feel like it has more substance to it.
But I like it.
When you introduce or remove heat, or I guess if you heat up any plastic or cool it down, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think if you hold it in your hand, you can feel a difference in the rim for sure.
That's something that I think the only difference that I was like maybe noticing, like if we're really nitpicking, was the rim. The rim is, I think, slightly thicker, and also I think it's slightly taller.
Yeah, I don't know. We need the metrics. I need the metrics. The first time I threw it, I felt a difference for like 5 throws. Like, like it kind of broke the pattern of what I kind of feel like when I'm throwing an Ultrastar for like 5 throws. And then it felt like I'm throwing a frisbee.
You can control
after
the edge.
That.
Yeah. I will say, like on the rim, it like you were saying, the first 5 throws, like my flick felt slightly different because like you're primarily gripping the rim. So like it was coming out. I don't know how to describe it, but it was coming out in a slightly different way. Yeah, pause. It was coming out in a different way. Not in a bad way, not in a good way. It was just slightly different. And then, like, if I threw it with it for 5 more minutes, it was like, I can't tell that.
Yeah. I actually weighed them, but my kitchen scale's fucked up. So the Aria disc did weigh 10 grams heavier on my inaccurate. It's an inaccurate
That's
scale.
A lot,
the scale is not working right. Let me preface by saying that, but it does. I do. Doesn't it feel heavier? It does. It feel heavier.
No, I agree. It's heavier. I don't know if it's just that the disc is like more. There's more to it that makes it feel heavier, but it does feel harder, like more quality substance. That's what I think.
I like the plastic. That's my quote.
That's
my quote from the post is that I like the plastic.
Yeah, put me on that.
Yeah, but what was I going to say? I also be interested to see if it beats up like the other ones. And I think their plan is to make like a bunch of different molds. So then my other thoughts on this are like, I'm really glad that there's a new disc and a new disc manufacturer, because at first, when I first heard about it, I was a little like, oh, whoa, what's going on? Like, change. Then I thought about it more. Like, Discraft has had no competition in disc manufacturing for like ever. So they have no reason to innovate and make better discs because no one else is pushing them to, and everyone's still buying their discs. So ideally, like with competition, there will be like advancement in the ultimate disc. Like there's no reason there shouldn't be a disc that's better, flies better in heavy, like in stiff winds. Like there's no reason. There's disc golf discs that you want to throw in the wind. There's no reason there can't be an ultimate disc. There's no reason there can't be an ultimate disc that doesn't get as slippery when it's wet. Like all of these things, like they already have. Discraft has had no reason to innovate and make their disc better because they've had no competition. So I think
for the ultimate ones, at least
for the ultimate disc, for disc golf, there's so much competition. So the disc golf, like that disc technology is like, it's moving very, very quickly. Like there's just all sorts of cool types of
Um,
things they do in disc golf.
Let
that
me ask you a
There's no
couple
reason that they
questions.
can't have with these types of discs.
Yeah.
When did you test this, Kins? You tested it, is that right? Did you?
Yeah,
were
well, I
you-
have one now, and so we threw a little bit
Same.
today.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said I thought you were part of the group that
That
maybe
first time we threw it was at championship weekend, just
Okay,
for like
looked-
a couple throws.
looked like that from the clip.
Mhm.
Um,
I ripped that shit really far.
let me. I'm gonna quick read this little blurb and get your commentary, and maybe not just the implications as players, but kind of having more ownership over the actual thing that we play with.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's the rebrand of the league, which we can talk about. Is that flickering behind me? What's happening? Something in my
Looks good to me.
okay.
That's good.
It says okay. The UFA has partnered with Sports Dimension Inc. (SDI), owner of the Whammo family of brands, which include the iconic frisbee trademark, to officially license the name for use across the league. The UFA will also be using the new Professional Ultimate Frisbee trademark for all games starting in the 2024 season. Over 6 years ago, Whammo launched a new product called the Frisbee, and not long after, a new game sprung up across college campuses and sports fields throughout the USA, said SDI President Kurt Rios. We are so excited to be bringing Frisbee back to the official sport of Ultimate by partnering with the UFA. I couldn't be prouder to see Frisbee as part of Professional Ultimate, working with the UFA and their amazing Okay, you get it. So, unless you have further comments on how it feels and flies, go ahead.
If I were to complain, it's very annoying that the two USA Ultimate's not using it. I find it slightly
it is
irking.
approved though, right?
Is it?
So
I'm not
technically
sure.
you could.
I think it's I find it slightly annoying, just like with tryouts coming up and stuff too. Like I don't know what disc to throw with. Like it's just slightly annoying if I wanted to complain about something, but it doesn't
it's not
really
gonna
make
make
a
a
difference.
See, I don't think it matters at all. They're so similar.
I'm just wanting to complain about something.
Yeah, totally.
Just let me complain.
Totally.
Okay, move
Classic
on.
Ultimate player. But I don't. But like actually, to that point, I don't think it's there's any different significant difference at all in it. And because I throw the disc, you could give me two of them and I could just throw them. And if we did like a blind test, like if you just took them off,
I agree.
you'd
agree.
barely be able to know. And
I agree.
And again, all the ultimate discs that we throw, you're we're doing a huck and drill with our bag. You got to pick up the disc and figure out whether it's beat up as shit or not to figure out how much IO I should put on it. So
right.
Totally. And Mike, you said implications of playing. I think there's very little implications to the actual play. And maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see throughout the season. I mean, maybe people are shittier throwers than we are giving them credit, and so they will really struggle. But they're gonna struggle anyway. So I don't know. And they're throwing dumps. Stick to throwing.
Okay. Well, let me ask the question then about. I think the goal is to have these in stores by 2025. If I heard that, I don't know who I heard that from. Maybe Ulti World.
I think they posted that even in the post. Maybe that
in their official release.
Mm-hmm.
So the rebranding is big. Ulti World's take, not that we care too much, is apprehension. It seems like, and why now? I think it's sweet.
Why not now? I can't wait to talk. Well, it'll be exciting to talk to Charlie about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kinsbaum.
Kinsbaum. Maybe one of our most famous guests in terms of the ultimate, because of disc golf as well.
Sure.
He's got beef with Yuli. That was so funny. I watched that video. Anyway, I can't wait. Dude, we'll get another clip up there. I'll say some heinous shit about Brody.
That's easy. That's fucking easy.
Now that clip was really funny though. I enjoyed that.
We should get Brody.
If Brody would be interested, I don't know if he cares about Ultimate anymore.
Yeah, fuck him, whatever.
But anyway, let's talk more about the
clip
digital, commercial components here. Do you think it'll just be like a league disc, like a UFA disc with a UFA sticker, UFA print on it? Or do you think is this a potential opportunity to have to be marketing players more, like the Quinn Finer or Alex Atkins disc finally?
That's pretty cool. And
It
yes, I
is
do. It
totally,
is.
yeah.
It definitely is.
Definitely an opportunity. And it's big that it's going to be in stores just because like, like Waymo and stuff, they sell their toys in like, all the big like retail stores, like, Targets or whatever, and like Dick's. So like all of a sudden, like the UFA's ultimate discs will be in those stores and like on shelves. And I mean, I think it just is another thing that helps the sport keep becoming more
Yeah, I think
popular.
it's
I mean,
great.
I saw that like Forbes wrote an article on it, put it
Is that
out.
right?
Yeah, it was like I think they reposted it on Instagram, like the UFA or whatever. So I mean, I think it's just good. I think it's really good for the sport. The more I've thought about it, the more I think it's really great. I think change is always scary for people, but I also have been on the train of thought recently that advancing is good in a lot of ways. And this advancement seems good to me, and I don't see negatives to it. I don't see big negatives.
Yeah. One thing that Keith pointed out is that Ultiworld actively tries to not use the word frisbee. I mean, it's in response to it not being it having not been an official part of the actual name. But I used to be that way for a while. Like I would just refuse to say
Sue
frisbee.
me.
Like I honestly don't even say ultimate very much. I just say we have frisbee practice.
Yeah.
So
And it's nice that that's correct now. I agree.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think I think the biggest thing for me is I really do like that there's competition in selling discs because I really just think it'll make our advance our sport and like the tool that we use to play our sport in. I think it's good.
What do we think of the you'd like the name UFA? Like,
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, there
I
could
wish
be.
I wish it wasn't association, but I think there's that football league that has UFL or whatever.
Yeah. I thought about that a little bit as well.
Association is just
I
million
like,
mean,
leagues,
National
though.
Basketball Association.
yeah, that's a good point.
I think Ultiworld was iffy on the fact that they're trying to copy other sports, but I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
what does that
th-
even mean? Copy other sports? Like
the
you just make an acronym like that makes the most sense.
I
Like I
think
don't think
even
it's
So
UFA themselves said like the goal is to sort of follow the lead of other leagues.
which I think is smart. Like they have a mold laid out for them. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But
We don't need to
UFA,
be we don't need
UFA,
to be super special.
yeah, UFA. My brain goes to unrestricted free
Free
agent
agent.
right away, which is
well
like
until we're way more popular than
yeah, until
unrestricted
we're
free agents.
more popular.
I
than
mean,
unrestricted
what the
free
fuck
agents.
do you think when you hear AUDL? Like that is, or
That's just dumb.
Right, I think UFA.
I've gotten used to it though. Like when
Yeah.
AUDL first became a thing in 2012, I almost didn't want to be a part of it because I hated the name so much.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I what was I gonna say? I don't know about the copying other sports things. Well, I mean, all
I
we've
don't
done is
care.
change the name. No, I just think it's that's an interesting thing of like how much though to copy other sports. But at this point, like we already have, there's already refs. There's
It
already
reminds me of
a lot of-
UPA, Ultimate Players Association, before USA Ultimate. It kind of sounds more official in some ways. It sounds like it could be the governing body of the sport. Honestly I don't care. I like
Yeah, I don't either.
I like it better than AUDL.
Yeah. I wonder what it would look like to not copy other sports. Like, what would that look like? That'd take some real creativity.
Well, we don't know because it hasn't been done.
We
Like,
are
what would it- what
like
would it- what
if
would
any
it
sport
do?
were to do that, we would do that, and we would not.
Well,
hand
actually,
over,
we are doing it. USA Ultimate's already doing it, and that's great.
There would be no more winners and losers. We'd have participation trophies. I think that a lot of the community
Yeah.
might be okay with that.
I guess it's like you just get that's why it's nice. You have USA Ultimate, you have the UFA, and USA Ultimate not copying other sports, UFA copying other professional sports, and then, the winner will come out on top naturally by the vote of the people and
No,
who
by fighting,
participate in
remember?
it. I know.
We're fighting to decide everything now.
I
Um,
know.
they do have some funny commentary in their new logo, which is a
It's
silhouette of
definitely
Jack.
Jack. Yeah, it's 100%. It's not even like
Jack Williams.
I did see an argument that's saying it was Matt Smith from a
No.
different angle, and it did look like that, but it's definitely
Yeah,
that
because the
Jack.
only
That's
thing
Jack.
about Jack is it's like flipped. I think like they flipped it or something
I
like
think
that.
from
But
the
I'm
angle
pretty.
that I've seen
I'm
that layout.
He also-
99% confident it's
It's
that one
Jack.
from 3. Championship when they
Semifinals.
semis like early.
He
on,
also
yeah.
like posted on his story. Nice looking logo. Eyes.
Jack did?
Yeah, like Jack did. Like it's like
Oh, okay.
Well, unless he's
That's
like-
right.
you can't see it.
yeah,
but, like,
I mean
it says
that's
it's definitely
yeah.
fucking Jack.
Well, That's too
Was-
bad they picked Jack because he's just like not that
Well,
good.
They won't pick him for USA Ultimate one because
Yeah, 'cause
he
he's
gets
gotten
knocked out in semis every year now.
Quarters.
Oh, quarters. Sorry.
Semis is nice.
Honestly,
yeah.
what is the old logo? I don't even fucking remember.
Was
what
there
it
one?
I think
There
it was
wasn't
like
one.
a frisbee,
Was it the text?
a disc.
It was
Oh,
just
was
the
it?
text, wasn't it?
Yeah, like on a disc. So I like the logo. I think it's cool. Someone laying out for a disc. I mean, it had to be. So
Cool. Sick.
All right.
I love it.
Cool.
I'm a big fan.
Go frisbee.
All right. Well, good catching up with you guys and exciting stuff.
Cool.
You know what I did that I guess doesn't matter. It's not a secret. You guys already know this. I actually registered for Summit Tryouts. I'm not trying out for the team, but I'm going
play
to
though.
I'm going to participate.
Fuck
Player coach.
Yeah. Let's go.
You know what? I do want to ask you guys one
That
more
means
question.
you need to ball out though, because like you could definitely lose some credibility if like people not making the team are cooking you, Mikey.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, even if
No way, dude. I'll be the oldest guy out there.
I'm just saying, it's
Also,
gonna change people's
seriously.
opinion if they're cooking you.
No. I know that it's not going to be an issue. Are you guys? We should talk more offline about this, but about what your tryout participation is. But I am curious, how is training and prep going for Worlds tryouts?
It's good. It's always hard to emulate the game stuff though, because like it's been so snowy and cold here that we haven't really been able to play that much mini. And I feel
Are
like
you guys
just, like,
trying to organize games?
Yeah, we
Hopefully
are.
on Sunday.
Yeah,
Nice.
and like I've definitely been like in the gym and running a lot, but it's something about like in-game reps. Like I'm never in game
Yeah.
shape going into the season, regardless of like how much I do. Like I can kill myself during the off season, and it's just something about playing in a game and like it's just different. I don't know.
Kins, how's your body feeling?
This was good. I ran around a bit today, just slowly getting back into like intense running
Movement.
because with the cartilage tear. Although like it feels good. We ran some sprints today. We did some like ultimate specific sprints, I would call them, and so just like some offensive like cutting, change of direction, just one, and like some defensive
Yeah.
like, shuffling and into a sprint the other direction. But I'm wearing like this big old brace that's supposed to help like lessen the load on the cartilage point. And right now, like it's definitely like there's some sensation, but it feels pretty good. So I think I'll be fine for nationals. And I'm basically just trying to figure out like if it'll get better or like how much it gets better, and then like whether or not I'll do something about it later.
I had one more question for you guys, but I forgot what it was. As far as the game reps though, I remember. Are you guys, if you're willing to share, are willing to play both for the mixed team or the open team? There is a mixed team, right? Isn't
Yeah.
there? I'm totally.
I'm willing, but I
Spacing.
have a preference. I mean,
That's what I
think
put.
that's about how
You'd have to be a real hardo to put just. I could see people doing both, but like imagine just going
I have a
just
good story.
just open, no mixed. That's
So-
not going to get you in any favors. I'll tell you that much.
So the application on that question, if you wanted to try out for both, was worded in a way where you could not pick in your right mind. You could not pick just one and not do both. It said something like, "I'm just interested in men's. I'm just interested in women's," and then it said, "I will play for either team that the USA decides is the best fit for me. And
True or
like,
false?
yeah, it was like, and I was like, okay, yeah. I picked both. I have a strong preference to men's just because I haven't played mixed really, besides like
Right.
in high school.
Well, you played nationals mixed in
Yeah, high school.
2017. No, like with Shane, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I guess my beginning of my freshman year of college. Like, and it's funny that you bring this up too, because I when I was trying out for U24s, I put
Yeah.
just men's, and I
I
got
know.
fucking cut.
I know.
Maybe because I was not that good. Maybe
Well, it
because I did
also-
that. I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean, it also just like you'd have to be really confident because it just limits. Obviously, if you do both, you get more opportunities to make a team. So you'd have
Yeah.
to be like really confident to
I have
make
thoughts
a squad.
on tryouts and a world's level tryout in specific as well that we can talk about later.
Yeah, we'll
too.
have to do that on a different one, like maybe closer to after something tryouts happen, because
Yeah,
you're just
keep
saving
giving
up,
us-
just saving
keep giving
up
us
for
l-
tryouts so I can
I'll-
go and participate.
We'll keep asking for little updates on how training's going at least, and it'll just be interesting to get that perspective.
It makes me
Yeah.
really appreciate the UFA, actually, considering like how expensive it is just to go to tryouts when it's all said and done. You know, got like a $200 flight, $230 tryout, Airbnb, rental car.
$200 rental car.
$200 ain't bad for a
$200.
flight, though. To be honest,
$200 was great. 180
seems good.
actually, United
Yeah,
round trip.
Yeah, but like all in,
$230.
like tryouts, probably going to be like $1,000
Yeah, almost
per
pretty
person.
much. Yeah,
it's like,
because it's two.
Wow,
Yeah.
just to try out. It seems like a lot.
you know, I
don't
bought both of my
Just to try, not even to be on the team, and then
yeah.
yeah.
My also just like my white middle class privilege is just like showing. So I shouldn't be complaining about this because I'm very fortunate. So
Hey,
but
complain
it
away.
it is.
I'm still complaining. Even it's still money, a lot of money. you put
Yeah,
in.
it's a lot of money.
You know, I managed to buy my flight to Hong Kong and home from Singapore, both with points.
You're
I'm-
insane.
Points are big, man.
Yeah.
What kind of credit cards are you using?
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm
Can we get a
using the-
Mikey finance episode? Because
I'm
I'm sure
using the-
people would be interested in that.
I mean, what were the flights like? Probably like $1,000 or more.
Probably 1,100 to 1,300
For
Total
round
or
trip?
round trip or one way?
one way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I get the Chase Sapphire Reserve for my travel stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We could do a finance episode.
I mean, that's crazy that you used points for that long of a flight. That's a long ass flight.
I mean, I
Yeah,
definitely
I still
fund.
got like 80,000 points too.
I definitely always like make sure I have enough points for Bravo season. To like, I didn't pay for a flight last year. Like it was all points.
Oh, geez, man. I got to get on my shit.
Hey, how's that Roth IRA going, by the way? We
Yeah,
are
what's going on with
almost
that,
on the
kids?
year update.
I'm
You
in
funding
there.
that thing? You
Yeah.
maxing that out?
I'm funded, dude. Merrill
Well, trying to
Lynch.
max. It'll be worth trying to max out.
Can't
Mine's
max it
great,
out
yeah.
because I started it off late in the year. So I'm not getting 6K in this year.
I will say you can always lump sum it.
Is the restaurant matching?
No, not
No,
for
no, no,
Roth.
not for the Roth.
Oh, not for the Roth. Oh,
Actually, Salt does do a 401k and they do not
Oh.
match, which
Ah.
is pretty
Well,
annoying.
but they still have it.
They still have it. I put 5% into that on my paycheck because I don't even think about it. So I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
it.
If you
Yeah.
deduct right away, you don't even know.
But then
So-
it is difficult being like, how much should I save up for later in life, and how much should I like have now? Because like, do I really care about?
Dude, the power of compound interest. I'm serious.
No, I get that. I understand that
you-
saving.
you-
No.
I'm
Mikey,
just
Mikey.
saying,
No,
you're
Mikey.
gonna-
I
you're gonna
said-
blink.
all right.
No,
You're
Mikey.
gonna
I
blink and you're gonna be my age.
I
and
don't
you're-
want to blink. I want to. That's what I'm saying. Is like,
It is so worth it. I promise you. I understand what you're saying, but
yeah.
just as long as you allocate a certain amount to this.
Correctly. I'm just saying
Plus,
there's a
like-
balance. You don't want to obviously you don't want to put all your money into savings, be like living like terribly, but like you're putting all your money you can into saving. You're living like bare
Don't
bones.
forget. Live your life still. Make sure that
It's a
everybody
balance
listening
somewhere in between.
enjoy
there.
your life.
Or don't, dude. Do whatever you want.
No, one last thought on the Roth.
Yeah.
It is good because on a 401k, you will be taxed on that
Yeah,
money
yeah.
when it comes out. and you're paying taxes on the Roth money now today,
Yeah.
and you can plan when you are retirement age to be making more money and be in a higher tax bracket. So theoretically, you should. You're
Love a
saving.
good Roth, dude. It's a great investment.
It's a great mechanism.
And you can take money out if you're buying a house or so.
And
with
if
no
you'd like
penalty.
To talk, if you'd like to talk to,
come on, kids, get in that Roth. Talk to those
someone
rents.
about financial advice, former Ultimate player, about a whole life insurance. Another good mechanism to protect yourself from taxes. Garrett Brander, former Ultimate player. Or you could talk to Eric Johnson, but
hit him up, just unsolicited, just go in there.
Anyway,
tell him
sorry
we sent you.
Okay,
pod.
Quinn's over it. Let's get out of here.
We're really, I like it. 2024 new audience, expanding our offerings.
Oh yeah. Okay. See you guys.